close in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Dolphins and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Lions are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The first drive here, the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
To Williams on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around, nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Complete to Cedric Wilson. An 8-yard pickup. And the Dolphin first down.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On second and 9. Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run with Edmonds. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue through.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Will go out to the flat for Edmonds. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the Jets sweep, here comes Waddle. Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. From midfield, here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Tua going to throw. Wilson's got it complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That was a 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
Complete to Josh Reynolds. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. From the 50, it's Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the 1st guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Throwing on second down. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Throwing on third. Goff. Open. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes the time. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Looking left sideline.